again, y'all. I'm Someone, and this is Audiotree Live, your premiere show for the band Obsessed. The band from Ballyman is here today with an intoxicating mix of experimental jazz, hip-hop, and even some trad Irish folk thrown in for good measure. Ladies, and gentlemen, please welcome Bricknasty.
Crazy, and it's amazing. Look how you changed me, kiss me so bravely. Though I'm away, you would have been that one that I sing to into the ending. Who knows why boy is all this tension? Cause you give me no tension. Why boy is all this tension? Cause you give me no tension. Why boy is all this tension? Cause you give me no tension. Cause you give me no tension. Cause you give me no double S, double L, double I to the C. Too sick in the mistake. Pour your cup of a bus in the CKB play. You so sick in the display. What did she say? Insisted to be hands over hands, so it's living to be. Showing hands, so it's living to be. So bitter in the cold with a boo in the sheet. What you doing to me? It's what I wanted from the time me and you in the sheets. Sweet talk fluent is a new one to me. When you fluent. Do what you were doing. Shy and white, no her tired. It's right. And it's amazing. Look how you changed me. Kiss me so bravely. Though I'm away, you would have been that one that I sing to into the ending. Those Audiotree, no way. And pay me for this evening. Everything I want in a day. And it's not fair, I'm leaving. Every time I touch it, babe, it's right as you are. Do this for me, girl. I hear when you come home from that. Split the difference. God, yeah, how much longer am I to wait? Every time I touch it, babe. Oh, every time I touch it, babe. Every time I touch it, babe. Thank you for this evening. As pretty as you are in your dress. Your hair makes me leave it. Hey, if you forgot your belief. I'll be sitting through it back. If you only cut me to pieces. Hey, this should bring me so. Every time I touch it, it breaks. Whoa, every time I touch it, it breaks. Every time I touch it. it breaks. Every time I touch it, it breaks. Every time I touch it, it breaks. It breaks, it breaks. Tom Healy on the guitar, go again. And I will always give you that. You can count on me, let me provide. You can count on me, let me provide. So I don't look in double, triple overtime. People always say you want. Trust me, the deal matters. I just need to show you why. I just need to show you why. It's 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 all you got. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you got. I hope you're ready, babe, for what it's gonna take. Tell you what I'm gonna be. Alright. I hope you're ready, babe, for what it's gonna take. Tell you what I'm gonna be. I hope you're ready, babe, for what it's gonna take. Tell you what I'm gonna be. I hope you're ready, babe, for what it's gonna take. It's gonna take. It's gonna take. Yeah.
Hey guys, something interesting you might not know about this YouTube channel is 80% of you all watching this video right now are not subscribed. So if you could pretty please hit that subscribe button below, and we're going to do our best to keep bringing the most amazing musicians from all over the world just to play for you. All right, back to the show. Yes, we're here with Killian, Fatboy, Corey, Chris, and Sam, better known as Bricknasty, all the way from Dublin area. Welcome.
Thanks very much.
How jet lagged are you? Have you shaken it yet?
Not that badly jet lagged, no.
You sound very alert, awake, and you're crushing it so far. So
Thanks very much.
yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks very much for having us.
Yeah, you're currently at the top of an American headline tour. What are you most looking forward to, like off off stage, you know, outside of performing and meeting all your fans stateside.
We're trying to eat as much food as humanly possible on this tour.
Absolutely.
It's the nicest food.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the right place for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you all first time coming here to America, or have any of you been here before?
This is my first time.
Yeah.
And Fat Boys and.
That's it. Yeah. The
That's
three of us
true,
have been
that's
here
it, yeah.
before.
No, okay.
I came here before when I was really small, but not to
Okay.
Chicago.
It's just
but
me. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, welcome back. I mean, you play
Thanks very
Shubas. You play Shubas tomorrow night, and
Yeah.
that's gonna be pretty crazy.
It's
I'm
gonna
sure.
be daily.
Yeah. Are you straight to the telly tonight? Early to bed?
Yeah, definitely early to bed. Yeah, straight to bed. I have to go on vocal rest anyway. My voice is so tired and dry, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Vocalist, you definitely have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
take
yeah.
extra care on the road.
Just love coffee. Coffee's really bad for your voice, though.
It is.
So bad for your voice.
It is. It'll dry
Honest to
you
God.
out.
Yeah.
And talking shit.
Yeah, talking shit will have you.
That's why he has to go with vocal rest. That's the real reason.
Well, sure. Why would that affect me now? Why would that affect me? Can you tell me?
Going to try and see as much of Chicago before bedtime, I think, today.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Need to
Yeah.
go to the Bean,
The big bean.
Oh well, yeah.
and that's kind of it.
Will I meet? Do you want me to meet you by the bin?
You can meet me by the Bean.
Are
Do
you
have
sure?
a mate?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Do you have a mate?
For me? For you?
If you have a mate for myself.
For yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to have a think.
Okay.
So Vinland, that's my jam. Thank
You like
y'all
that
so
song?
much for playing that. A
No
great
worries, bro.
groove, melody, lyrics, all of it. The video though
Yeah, it's a
is
bit-
real trippy.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Can you talk a little bit more about the video and how it came about? Because I was mesmerized by it, a little scared.
Yeah, it's a
Go
bit scary.
watch that video for Vinland as soon as you finish watching this this session over at home.
Yeah, Hugh Mulhern directed it, and it's just like everyone has their own interpretations of it, but it's just about like struggling with your lower nature or whatever. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it's about. It's about like it's about a fella having a Tom Hank. You know what I mean? At its core, a fella having a Tom Hank. Do you have a Tom Hank? Do you know what that means? Like a Tom Hank?
Like a moment.
Yeah, moments is
Sure.
dark. So yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
moments.
moments is dark. So yeah,
Having like a.
having a Tom Hank.
I'm not gonna say it.
Having
Yeah.
a Tom Hank. What do they call it in America?
What
There's no even nice way to say it. There's no nice way of saying it, isn't there? No.
There's not a
He's
nice-
petting
there's not a
himself,
polite
right?
way of
He was
saying it.
he was petting
This fella's
himself.
petting
Okay,
He was
that's what
petting
I
himself.
was
Yeah,
And
gonna
he's
say.
getting a bit too lost in the sauce.
Spanking the monkey.
Yeah, I
As
was
a
gonna,
word.
I was gonna, I was
Yeah.
gonna guess that one.
Spanking
next.
the monkey, or having a Tom Hank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Ireland, we call it
You wouldn't say straining the spuds for that one. That's
straining
more,
the spuds.
That's more having a
Straining
pee.
the spuds.
You wouldn't.
Straining the spuds.
You wouldn't say that.
No, he
for-
was skinning his little fireman anyway, right? And that's all right. That's grand. That's
Family
PG.
show.
All of this is grand. But obviously that could be a metaphor for art. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's he wanted to make the video about that. And like, I don't know if he minds me talking about his personal life. He probably doesn't. But like, the video was that disturbing to make that like he ended up like going full teetotal sobriety and stuff after, because it was just like he was like, why did I think of this video? Like, why did I think to make a video about this? And like, to be fair, it's an easy video to like. I hate to say it, but like you could relate to it a bit. You know what I mean? Like everyone has like a habit that they shouldn't do that they do that just makes like a beast out of them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what it was. If I was to try and make it like unfunny, obviously we can make it very funny. We can talk about like the little AI booty hole thing. We can talk about whatever you want. You know what I mean? But like if you want like an earnest answer,
Yeah.
lower self, higher self, the battle between the two things. You know what I mean? But it is very scary, very frightening video.
Yeah. And I read somewhere that Black Slaw was a little scary to make at times as well as a project.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And we designated it as a mixtape. But does that really matter to you as far as the designation, or is it just more about like kind of?
Songs was a mixtape. Songs. The one
Yeah,
before Black
yeah.
Slaw was a mixtape. Black Slaw was definitely an EP.
Okay.
Yeah, just because songs was just again a collection of songs.
Sure.
And Black Slaw, it had like a sequence to it, you know.
Songs kind of felt like to me a little bit more R&B.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then
Sure.
this one it's got R&B obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it goes all over the place.
Yeah, definitely mixes in more
Yeah.
different like genres and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, R&B. I hesitate to say neo soul because
Yeah.
there's discourse right now about the
I
term.
know, yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah, Raphael Sadiq did a
Yeah.
big post about it. Yeah. I think that makes perfect sense though, like that they would use that like terminology to keep people from getting certain like funding and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But again, like even part of that discourse is the fact that like yet again, that was like reclaimed, and now that's like a super, super positive association. Like nowadays, it's a mad compliment to be like, oh, he's like a neo soul artist. Whereas at the time, they were definitely using it to like box them in and keep them away from like that the boy band level pop push. You know what I mean?
Sure. And it was a moment and definitely a certain sound. And I'm still reeling from D'Angelo's passing. And I
God bless D'Angelo, lad.
Yeah, I saw a really wonderful and heartfelt tribute on your Instagram to him. What did you learn most from his sort of music and career, or even his life, that you still carry on with you?
Everyone can have a turn. Everyone can have a turn at this. You can have a turn. Everyone can have a turn.
Yeah, anyone.
But D'Angelo is like the biggest gift to music ever. Like, you know what I mean? And like I found him. My friend Fionn showed me him when I was about 17, and like we just had nothing like that in Ireland. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing like that in Ireland. So like there really is like a clear difference between how he sounded before and then how we sounded after. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone individually as players, even before you start talking about like us in a band, you know what I mean? It's like you have the way you're making music before you hear D'Angelo, and then the way that you make music after you hear D'Angelo are two completely different things. And to be honest, this latter part, like the journey that you go on after you hear D'Angelo as a musician, it feels like a lot. It's like a much larger journey than the journey that feels before. That's the weight of him, like, you know what I mean? Because like every element of it is world caliber, you know what I mean? Every element of it is world caliber, and it's still creative. It's still its own sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of the time you can get the greatest musicians in the world in a room. It might not sound great.
That's true.
It is true. Like we have like so many players that they could play the phone book. It's like, I don't know about you, I don't want to hear the phone book. You know what I mean? They had the best players, but the songs were just like so good. And obviously his performances on across them all are just like stellar and creative and spiritual, like, you know what I mean? Deeply spiritual.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
the chemistry it has to be there.
Yeah.
You know? And I read a rumor. Is it true that you and Killian met via SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Are you tired of telling that story? How did that happen?
No, it just happened. We were both just happened.
Yeah.
We were both posting stuff on
Sure,
SoundCloud,
sure.
and I was posting stuff that I wasn't even exporting. I was just like recording off the phone, just because I wasn't arsed.
And he used to toilet. He used to be like, I'm too lazy to export and all.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing them demos and being like, man, if this fella got a kick up the hole, he'd be dead. Like, you know what I mean? If someone kicked him up the arse and got him into gear.
And I got several kicks up the hole.
Same.
After.
Same.
You know.
Same.
Multiple.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I'm
actually
bruised.
still getting them to this day.
Yeah.
Boots up the hole.
And then that relationship opened up broader to all these other great musicians. And are you all from the same area, or?
No. I met these boys around the same time. These are the young bucks.
Yeah.
They're the young bucks.
They've just joined in the last 7 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't say it.
How's the initiation going so far?
That's exactly what you would
Say
call
nothing,
it.
say nothing.
It's an ongoing initiation.
Don't
that,
open your mouth.
You better not say that.
You can ask them that in a year's
Better
time.
not
Keep your
fucking
mouth
talk.
quiet.
No, they're good lads. I've known the lads a long time, so it felt natural to join in. And I've known Chris since I was 11, so me and Chris have known each other a long time.
Yeah, we go back time.
Yeah.
And Chris, you're a few days shy of being 21.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
5 days. 5 more
Okay.
days.
Young, cat. Young. Young and
Okay.
powerful.
Don't party too hard on the road, okay?
Don't worry.
All right.
You can trust me.
So I don't want to get ahead of myself too much, but there's so much juxtaposition in your music between like really rough, really beautiful elements, and you're playing a song I really love later in the set called Eternity in Grace. Yeah. How does something like that come together between the five of you? Can you kind of walk me a little bit through like how the creation and laying of the pieces of that? How do we even start making a beautiful song like that?
I found like first of all, like, big thank you to God, you know what I mean? Obviously our name is Sam. Like, I used to be like really like overweight and like use a lot of drugs and drink and all of that sort of thing, and caused me good friends here like a lot of grief, you know what I mean? A lot of grief. Now lucky for me, they seen the potential in me as a fella, not even as a musician, because like the musician thing, once you're on the road, the musician thing is nearly secondary. Like, it actually doesn't even really matter.
Like, who are you?
Yeah. Like, because that's what's going to be on show. Like, when you're trapped in a van with someone, that's what's on show, you know what I mean? But not even that, like, just, like, when you're dealing with someone every day, like, I don't know. I wasn't the fella I was supposed to be when I met them, you know what I mean? But they were very patient with me, and they shouldn't have been, you know what I mean? So I'm very grateful to these two lads here. But then, like, I hit rock bottom in like 2021, 2022. In COVID, definitely in COVID, I started using cocaine and like drinking a lot more, and like piled the weight on more and more. I was just behaving really erratically and like disappointing my family and disappointing my friends a lot, you know what I mean? So like then I kicked all of that, and then once I kicked all of that, then I found out that my ma was gonna die of cancer. Do you know what I mean? My ma was gonna die of cancer, and I also found out that we were getting evicted from our house as well. So like my ma was dying sick of cancer, and there's a lot of messed up stuff going on in Ireland at the minute with like evictions and like homelessness and stuff like that. And I come from an area where we already had loads of problems anyway. Like heroin hit us the hardest out of anywhere, you know what I mean? So like that was already there for a long time. And yeah, anyway, that's all to say that like when you have all of these things, like we were going on the tour for In a Crayola that even Sam worked on, and then Ross, who done the artwork, like he passed away while we were on that tour. And then when I came home, there was this double whammy of like saying goodbye to my ma, and then the council is knocking on the door trying to like pull us out of the gaff. And it was like, this is gonna sound weird, but it was like one of the most peaceful times in my life, because I was a year sober. Like as this was happening, I was a year sober after, like I started using when I was like about 14. So that was like the better part of a decade of just like brain fog.
Yeah.
Everything kind of lined up perfectly in a way for me to meet Christ and encounter Christ in my life and encounter God, you know what I mean? And obviously I know that like God means something different for everybody, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And like everyone has their own kind of way that they come at things from. Ireland used to be Catholic, it's not anymore because they're pedos and they raped a lot of kids. So it was this weird thing where I knew I wasn't going to be Catholic, you know what I mean? I knew I wasn't going to be Catholic, but I was still, I just knew God was real, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I knew God was real, and I knew that Jesus Christ was real, and I knew that something could be revived from death. I believed that something could die and be born again, you know what I mean? I believed in that. Because I was seeing it happen in myself.
Sure.
And I was seeing it happen in my environment, and I was seeing it happen with my friends, and I was seeing it happen just as much as I seen bad stuff happen. I was seeing this happen nearly instantaneously. So as much as everything was going wrong at that time, and me missus of a few years, like she dumped me because I was a prick, and like loads of other stuff, like just it all kind of happened at the same time.
Sure.
But like, especially with these lads, I'd never gotten on with these lads better except for that time in my life, and like I was a little bit sounder, I was a little bit kinder, I was a little bit more patient, I was a little bit more compassionate, and I just had more to give at a time when I should have had less to give. And I think that's what God gives us, do you know what I mean? So then one of the days I was walking to work, while all this was going on, and I found like a guitar in my estate, and I picked it up, and the only 3 strings on it were like the 3 strings that was the only 3 strings that worked on it. It sounded great, but it only had 3 working strings, and the rest, it was on like a little nylon string. So I took it out on the bus to work, and like I just started messing, and then I got that. That's based off like Really Love by D'Angelo. That them chord changes are based on Really Love. But Really Love uses a lot of the upper to mid range, and then this uses like the bassy strings.
Sure, yeah.
So there's like it's a bit different, but it's clearly very inspired. But even like the way it goes, like
Sure, yeah.
very, very Really Love. Do you know what I mean? Because like especially since the first time we heard that song, we were like, man, we need to have a song like that, you know what I mean? Because it's just the best. It's the best.
It
It's
is
the best song ever, like, you know what I mean? So we wanted to try and touch on that, and then we had like a loop sitting there for ages and ages and ages. And then I begged God one day under my bed in Ballymun. I was like, God, if you finish this song for me, I promise I'll never take credit for it ever, you know what I mean? I promise I'll never take credit for any song ever again. Because I think that's the right way of doing it. I think you're just discovering songs when you take notions and you're like, I came up with this or I came up with that. A lot of the time that's when people go believers, like, you know what I mean? They go.
We talk a lot about being vessels here. A lot of
Yeah.
artists come through here, and it's sometimes it's we don't think it's us. It's a divine sort of thing.
It is. It's spiritual, and it has to be, because otherwise it's superfluous. Like there's no real point to it then, because everyone can make music anyway.
Sure.
So and everyone can play an instrument. Everyone can play an instrument. Everyone can sing. Everyone can do all of this stuff, especially better than me. Like I'm someone who God is qualifying and I'm learning on the job. But like you know yourself, you probably had people come through here that could play every single one of these instruments better than the 5 people who are playing them right now. But sometimes what he does is he uses a specific set of limitations to express something really, really, really important. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's like when the angels rebelled against God. When the angels rebelled against God, well then the Holy Spirit was given to man, because obviously even a fallen angel is higher than a person. You know what I mean? But God's whole thing is, I can do more with less. I can do so much more with so much less. I can do more with an addict. I can do more with a homeless addict than I can do with a pious person who's a priest or a preacher. I can take a homeless addict and I can use him and I can show the world something so greater than I could do with, like, you know, like a champion or a great hero or even an angel. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do.
And that to be honest, if I didn't have that mindset, I wouldn't even bother playing music, especially not in America, because like there's some people like D'Angelo literally was on this landmass. So like by that metric, none of us even deserve to stand in front of an instrument at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But thank you for that comprehensive sort of story about it. No, because it is a very...
This fella had me dead from the start.
No,
talking arse.
It's a very spiritual song. So thank you. And a lot of times when life shows us that duality, it can bring us to a more spiritual place. So thank you for sharing that.
Thanks
and thank
very
you
much.
all for being here so much. The music really resonates with me and a lot of people. So thank y'all for being here.
Thank you very much.
Let's get back to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Walking out the door, well, I learned about you. Wish you taught me more, 'cause you burn me. Oh, trying to pick up the pieces. Hell, my mind can't believe this. Losing on the scoreboard, weary from the war. Whoa. Just gonna take a second to talk about Sam Healy from Cork down the end there on sax, keys and guitar. Very, very talented young man, scary musician. And then to me left of him there, Chris Lamont on bass. Let it go, Chris. Timmy Roy, me good buddy. Keys and guitar, everything else. Producer Killian McCauley from Cavan. Honk Hotel.
We have a fat boy on the L vocals there as well.
He's so fat that you won't believe it. Corey Thomas on drums. so skinny and skinny. Look what we find is clean. And every time I close my eyes, I hear this voice so strong it cries. They think it's being grateful. A freedom never ending somehow. every step along. And sing a song to help you get along. And tell your mammy you'll be home. These lovely souls, they come along. You only know their joy is so long. Eternity and grace till they allow you. A field never ending so high. And if the spirit's dipping low, and hungry evil crave the wrongs of your head, just try to remember before you fall. A million times he walked through life for bloody mess, for ugly life. Eternity and grace of our life. The freedom never ends somehow. And if it's ringing on your soul, then God's love is indivisible. From the peace that makes you whole. And trust in time, those evil crimes visited on his kids will be denied. Eternity and grace will alive. A freedom never ending so high. And rise again, you soldiers, in whom folk is holy name. Till the dawn is ours, light a golden burning flame. Rise again, you soldiers, don't sleep this lonely day. See the dawn is ours, the abortion is the light. The walk is holy, see the dawn is ours, the abortion is the light. Rise again, you soldiers, the walk is holy, till the dawn is ours, light a golden burning flame. Rise again, you soldiers, don't sleep this lonely day. See the dawn is ours, the abortion gets away. Rise again, you soldiers, in whom folk is holy name. Till the dawn is ours, light a golden burning flame. Rise again, you soldiers, don't sleep this lonely day. See the dawn is ours, the abortion gets the way. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, indeed. A massive thank you to Bricknasty for joining us today. And as always, major love to our camera ops, engineers, dogs, editors, and artists.
Such a good job. Yo,
Absolutely.
well done.
Here at Audiotree, spreading the gospel of live music.
Yes.
Bricknasty are on the road right now, beating it down, and surely in the future. So get tickets when they're in your area. Buy up all their merch and get into their latest project, Black's Law, and really the whole discography because it's amazing. Also, please like and subscribe if you love what we do here at Audiotree, and you'll get these sessions at the top of your feed as soon as they drop. Get cool merch at audiotree.shop and follow Audiotree on all the apps because this algorithm will not eat itself. And like I always say, y'all, stay dangerous and drive safe. Please, I'm Psalm 1 signing off, and I'll see you next time.
Yo.
Peace.